Let's talk about the episode. Let's talk about the episode. So I don't know what they was thinking about this whole Ava, Steve, and John thing. Too many bosses in the kitchen, not enough listening, and not enough agreeing with one plan and running with it. Steve and John then set all this up. Ava goes around backhand them and set up her own little gig talking about this is how it's gonna go down. We gonna do this, that, and this and that with her little crew. When I saw that, I said, yeah, this about to turn left. I said, Clyde already was going to set y'all up already. I said, give him any excuse to work with that he can work around and watch this mess blow up in their faces. Steve and John, I don't know why y'all took Ava with y'all. That was a big mistake. Y'all know y'all can't trust Ava. Y'all know she arrogant, cocky, and she gonna do whatever she wanna do anyway. So I wasn't surprised or shocked when she had her crew come up behind the shadows, holding their guns, holding a gun on Clyde and John and Steve. I'm not surprised nor shocked. I saw this coming. I knew Ava was, agreeing with it too hard for me to say, yeah, Ava gonna let them do their thing. Ava gonna let them show out. Nope, not Ava. Ava couldn't leave well enough alone. She was too thirsty and desperate to get Trip back. She was willing to do anything and everything to get that boy back, including let Clyde get the upper hand that easily. I'm like, y'all should have just left her out of it. Steve and John should have put their heads together, came up with this plan, left her the hell out of it, and everything probably would have worked out better in their situation, worked out better for them without having Ava being there. But yeah, I saw this coming. And the way Constantine working Steve and John, I'm not surprised or shocked they plan probably wouldn't have worked as good or even better than Ava's probably would have worked. Because Steve and John been getting worked by Constantine for how long now? Y'all done let this man manipulate y'all, hypnotize y'all, make y'all say stuff y'all shouldn't be saying, and he always been, he just pop up out of nowhere messing with y'all and y'all allow it. So I'm not surprised or shocked that Steve or John plan would have worked neither. There was a failed plan waiting to happen. Y'all let a wild animal out in the loose yet again. Clyde is to wreak havoc on all of y'all, and look like from the looks of it, Wendy and Trip only got so much air supply left anyway, so they may or may not make it. So yeah, this whole failed botch, get Clyde out of jail, hold them hostage but he can come clean. It was just doomed from the start, really. What happened was gonna happen anyway. It would have went with John playing and Steve playing or Ava playing. This all was gonna fail anyway. Cause I'm pretty sure Clyde had some people waiting. He had that crazy cop lady waiting anyway. So it probably wouldn't have worked anyway if Steve and John was behind the wheel. So either way, y'all let a wild boar on the loose, a wild boar hillbilly out on the loose yet again. And now what are we gonna do with ourselves, knowing that Clyde is out there and ain't nobody gonna stop him this time around? Like I said, it's always the hardened criminals that manage to escape, hold somebody hostage, get their way, get a pardon from the governor, blackmailing somebody, holding somebody hostage, shooting somebody. It's always the hardened criminals that get the most easiest route out of prison. The Gabbies, the Hopes, who else done been in jail or prison? The Lonnies, all of them got to sit there and suffer and do their time, missing all this time with their family. But it's always the hardened criminals. Always, they're supposed to be locked up for life, but they manage to escape life every time. If they do get life, they're gonna find a way to escape anyways. It's always the hardened criminals that always get away with all their crimes or manage to escape out of prison. You want to be locked in the prison, not escaping prison, but somehow all the soap operas manage to let all the hardened criminals out. All the little soft criminals like the Gabbies, they managed to sit there and do their time getting beat, bruised, and battered by Clyde and his goons. So I just don't understand it. Somebody gonna have to explain to me how these hardened criminals manage to get out every time, and all these other criminals that might have committed a little crime, they get life in prison, get thrown in the jail, do all their time. They manage to supposed to get out, but their time get whole, so they got to sit there waiting for them to be like Lonnie. That whole excuse y'all used for Lonnie, even though she was busy with some other project other than days, that whole excuse, oh, they still waiting to process her. Oh, we still waiting. Pauline ain't got pulled like that to get Lonnie right on out of jail. Cause if that was my daughter, I would have used all my power. I'm sick and ill too. Oh, I would have used my governor card, my mother card, and every other card under the sun to get my daughter out of prison a lot sooner than she was now. But they want to play it like that, I guess. But if I was Paulina, I would have used my governor card real quick, my mother card, I'm dying card. I would have used that so quick and in a hurry. I would have had the whole Salem and the whole Maryland, I think Maryland where she was, or LA wherever she was at. I would have had their whole city and state spinning with me being the governor. I'm sick and my daughter not here. I may not make it till she get out. Like, I would have used that whole entire card on their behinds. Paulina went from bad to worse. She was doing fine. She had a minor heart attack. Now it seems like she on her deathbed all of a sudden. Hopefully they don't, exit her out like that. I mean, Lonnie just getting out of jail, out of prison, thanks to, her other project, and they is going to say, oh, they still getting her out. Oh, they still processing her. Oh, it's going to be delayed with her time. Like, y'all really going to end that woman. Y'all just don't want Lonnie to stick around days, I see. It's obvious at this point. Y'all don't want that girl to stick around. The girl that missed all this time with her mama, now she finally out. Now her mama sick or her mama may die. And y'all sitting up here talking about oh, we can't process her out at the moment. Oh, okay. Harris Rafe, the crooked police officer that managed to get in slow Salem PD system somehow. That whole mess right there, all I can say is typical slow Salem PD, needing people, thirsty, desperate, grab anything they see. Even if they look weird or seem awkward or got the greatest police record or greatest record for them to be qualified, I still wouldn't hire them. Like, at this point, Rafe, at this point, you got to be more careful hiring people. Y'all let this whole woman sit up in this police station for months. What is it, years? Yeah, I ain't no telling how long that woman probably been up there pretending like she one of y'all, and turn the car and come to find out she one of Clyde flunkies, and she also having sex with Clyde. I don't know how she having sex with Clyde, but okay. I mean, she wouldn't have sell her soul at this point. Like, y'all got to do better. Rafe, you got to do better in your hiring. I don't care if they got the credentials to, be the top qualified slow Salem PD finest. I wouldn't hire them at this point. I'd rather hire a homeless person on the corner than what y'all been hiring. And I'm pretty sure she ain't the only one that's crooked in there. She wasn't doing all that, setting up Xander like that and all that. It got to be at least 3 or 4 or more in there that's one of Clyde flunkies. It got to be. She wasn't the only one setting Xander up for that murder, the attempted murder of Harris. And also to set that evidence up, nah. It got to be more in there, and unfortunately for y'all will never find out until they expose their hand like she did. So, At this point, I don't know what to tell you, Rafe. You need to do better at this point. Stephen, all I can say is to you, buddy, what goes around comes around. When you run around here being sneaky, being a little rat, trying to take over a company because you refuse to share the company with your brother, refuse to give up the CEO position, and you got to go around here being sneaky and nasty with your wife, stop seeing to come back to bite you in the ass. And basically, this is what happened to you. That whole Gabby situation, sneaking up there doing that with Gabby, trying to take all the control away from EJ. Basically, this is a bite in your behind. That's all that is. This is just basically a peck on the behind, reminding you that what goes around come around. You are willing to do whatever and willing to do whatever to get that company. Now you got the company, now you losing it again. And now your wife in prison. So do I feel sorry for you? Absolutely not, because I don't know why y'all fighting over a CEO position anyway. Like, y'all rich people kill me with a company. Y'all really kill me. Long as I'm getting the check, long as I'm a part of the company, if you want that CEO position, by all means have it. I don't want that power. I don't want to be telling people what to do, firing people, giving out paychecks. Like, is it really all that cracked up to be controlling of somebody else's company, even though it is your family company? Like, I don't understand the hype of these rich behind kids with a company. You see it all the time on the Young and the Wrestlers. Victor Newman switched his children out so many times. I want to do that switch draws as many times that he didn't switch them out. The same thing with the Damaras. Do y'all switch y'all draws daily? The minute how many shakes up and shakedowns y'all have with that CEO position? See, it's just like for me, I don't understand the hype. As long as I'm working for the family company and doing my big one, if you want it, go ahead. I ain't gonna stop you. Just don't tell me what to do. Don't boss me around. We'll get along very well. But I guess it's just a thirst and territorial, or I want to be big boss type of ego thing that goes along with that CEO position. I noticed. So yeah, so Stephanie, just a bite in your ass all over again. That's all it is, buddy. And now you got to crawl to EJ for EJ to help you. EJ willing to help you, but you got to reverse this mess you and Gabby did. So I just want to know, was it worth it? That's all. Basically, that's what I'm all coming down to. Was it really worth it doing all that just to lose it all over again, including your wife? Was it really worth it? Did you enjoy the love 15, maybe a couple of months, weeks of fame for all of it to be reversed back to EJ? And you know EJ not gonna save you, right? I don't know why you crying on your knees, begging and pleading for the DA to save you. EJ is not gonna save you, buddy. Just a heads up. EJ is the biggest snake of them all. Love him dearly, love him down dearly, but EJ is the biggest snake of them all. You trusting and putting your life in EJ hands. Good luck with that. And he gonna be the same one that prosecute you once he get everything back from you. So good luck with that, buddy. I don't understand why you don't realize you getting a double-edged sword. I'll take my chances. I would not be crying and begging and pleading to somebody that I took everything basically away from them, knowing that EJ is a big brat, and now you on your hands and knees crying and begging, pleading. Sometimes you got to learn to sometimes you got to learn to suck it up and just deal with it. And I guess sometimes you got to get on your hands and knees begging. It wouldn't be mean. But oh well, Stephanie, enjoy yourself. You done got yourself in some mess that you can't even much get out of. Good luck. What else? Oh yeah, Holly. You know what? I kind of got hope that things are going to work out the way they're supposed to work out. But why do I got a feeling in dealing with the history of everything, it's going to get bad before it get good. It's just like, it's going to get bad and worse potato before everything reverts back to normal for that poor boy. That poor boy going to be traumatized for life. You can kind of blame him for this. You knew what your friendship was with Holly. You knew you wanted more with Holly. Holly didn't want that with you. You chose to go along with her plans to try to break Johnny and Chanel up. Then you told her you was done with that after you realized you wasn't getting no step farther with her. She tried to be nice to you, trying out the new designer drug out and happened to overdose. Unfortunately, you trying to save her and yourself, you end up getting yourself in a whole boatload of trouble. And now you sitting up there in a rehab facility, gonna be prosecuted for it. You going for the guilty plea, hoping that would work for you. But with EJ on the case, that guilty plea, he is gonna run with that and like, Tay, you got to find better friends. I hope you realize what a friend was. I'm just gonna say it like this. At this point, Tay, your life is basically over at this point until it gets better for you. I hope you take this learning experience as an experience and don't let it mess you up for the rest of your life, and learn that everybody not meant to be your friends. Yes, there's family, family and friends, your family connected to her family via friends and relatives or whatnot. But I hope you realize with this that everybody not meant to be your friend. When people use you, learn to tell them no and move on with your life. Learn what a friend is, and when somebody try to use you the way Holly tried to use you, just walk away. It would not hurt you walking away or losing that one girl. There's plenty more out there. Like I said, I hope this don't traumatize you. I hope you learn from this and learn that what Holly did to you is not a way a friend treats you. She was basically using you, abusing you for her agenda, and you allowed it to happen. When you tried to be firm and clear with her that, look, I got feelings for you, I don't care about none of that, she dismissed your feelings and told you, oh, well, you're going to do what I want you to do. So I'm hoping and praying when all this falls down, when all this goes down, you realize that Holly was not your friend from the jump, and she would never be that type of friend for you. Just learn that out of all the stuff that happened to you recently. Just learn that at least. Because the way Holly dogged you on and all that, I almost know how you even got a leg to stand on. And I'm not surprised no shot Nicole defending her daughter, of course. But once Holly told her it wasn't Tate, why would you accuse Tate of this? I'm glad Nicole realized that it wasn't Tate, reversed this mess, and hopefully that boy don't spend no time back in jail getting beat up. Like I said, I'm hoping and praying this don't traumatize the poor boy, because the boy really didn't deserve this at all. He just happened to meet the wrong person, fall in love with the wrong person, ended up getting used and abused, doing her agenda for her, and now look at you. You in a whole lot of mess you can't get out of thanks to her. And we already know EJ is going to run wild with this, so get prepared for that, y'all, because you already know EJ is prepared, got his claws out, and he ready to snap. So anyways though, y'all, that was the episode. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all later. Enjoy the rest of y'all night. Have a good weekend, and I'll catch y'all later. Bye.